Welcome back to City Wrap Ramadan. Now, every week at City Wrap Ramadan, we have been traveling to a different part of Old Dubai to dig out some of the hidden food gems. What we uncovered was not just some of the tastiest food in Dubai, but also some interesting food habits and customs among the various communities that live here. Today, Priyanka Dutt goes to very crowded Naif Road to get a special taste of the Indian subcontinent.
If you live in Dubai, you've heard of the biryani, the Indian subcontinent's most famous export to the Gulf kitchens. But peek into an Indian or Pakistani kitchen, especially through the month of Ramadan, and you'll see something quite different. For Indian and Pakistani expatriates living in Dubai, no iftar is complete without traditional meals like nihari or halim. Where would we find that in Dubai? I'm at Naif Road, one of the city's busiest areas, to find out just that. And helping me uncover Naif Road's culinary secrets is Arwa Ahmed, the founder of Frying Pan Food Adventures. Arwa, what does this area have? It really looks unspectacular at first glance, doesn't it?
Yeah, this area actually holds a lot of childhood memories for me, Priyanka. I mean, if you just sort of stand and like spin around 360 degrees, you're going to see so many different little foodie gems, you know, nothing fancy. But when you go in, each of them has a little culinary gem you have to taste.
Okay, so that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to take a 360 around Naif Road. At first glance, Naif Road can deter even the most ardent food lover with its crowded lanes and bustling traffic. But stick it out and you'll be rewarded with the city's best nihari. Not surprising, given that the Delhi restaurant has perfected this art over more than 3 decades. Today, it is almost an institution in foodie circles, famous for its Pakistani and North Indian delicacies. For us, of course, the choice is simple: a plate of nihari. Now, nihari is such a typical traditional dish from India and Pakistan, isn't it?
It is, it is. And whenever someone says nihari, you know, I immediately think of an Indian or a Pakistani Muslim kitchen, which is why it's such a treat during Ramadan. You know, I think where it actually started off was in the royal kitchens of, I think, either Delhi, some people say Lucknow, I don't want to get into the fight, but basically what makes this dish really special is that it's slow cooked, usually beef. The right way to do it is beef, and it's slow cooked over a very long period of time. I know Delhi Nihari here does it for 12 hours.
And though it looks so rich and spicy, nihari is actually cooked overnight and traditionally eaten for breakfast.
When you go into Delhi, the shops over there that specialize in nihari, they serve it between 5 in the morning and 8 in the morning. That's basically when they serve it. But if you think about back in the times when people used to do manual labor, this is not a far cry from what someone would need, right? And it was, especially if it was eaten as a winter dish. If you think about Delhi winters, they're actually quite cold. So this was the perfect thing to both keep you going when you're a manual laborer, as well as just to keep you warm throughout the day.
No wonder the nihari is such a favorite for suhoor. And when one talks of iftar and suhoor, how can one forget kebabs, barbecued chunks of meat, grilled over coal? At Naif Road, I'm simply dazzled by the sheer variety of kebabs, from Afghani kebabs cooked in sheep fat to the Iranian versions. And finally, what better way to end this food fest than with dessert? Staying with our subcontinental theme so far, we decided to end our evening with some kheer or rice pudding. Milk pudding, vermicelli pudding, these are such typical subcontinental desserts, aren't they, especially during Ramadan and Eid?
It absolutely is. And the thing about kheer, as well as, which is sort of like a milk pudding, and then sevaiyan, which has these sort of noodles in it, that's what sevaiyan means. The thing about it is, it reminds me of religious occasions. For some reason, Mom has always made one of these 2 desserts whenever there's a religious occasion, and especially during Ramadan, we see that featuring for iftar over and over again. So the difference with hers is it's dyed a little pink for some reason.
Different areas in India actually have different kinds of puddings.
Absolutely do. Sometimes you'll see it more liquidy, sometimes you'll see it totally set. So it just depends which area you go to, which family you go to actually.
In the subcontinent, the harmless-looking rice pudding can also trigger off volatile reactions, with everyone claiming to be an expert, always polishing it all off, but secretly knowing that their grandmothers made it better.